Hi YouTube, Brian James at Micro Four Thirds Guy with you once again, and today I'm out and about in the wonderful little town of Gatehouse of Fleet, which is on the River Fleet in Galloway in south west Scotland. I'm just having a quick little wander around while I bring you up to date on a couple of things, and once I get out this busy little car park. It's a smashing little town actually. It's somewhere I really enjoy coming because it's very, very traditional, very pretty little town. I'll get you a couple of shots and overlay them as to the sort of the layout of the place, because it's, well, you can see in the background the very, very low buildings, typical Scottish towns with low buildings made of sturdy stone to fight the weather. And you can see that if I just pull myself around a little bit, you can see the general houses in the background for the layout of the place. And I love these little Scottish towns, I really do, because they always have nice wide roads, these beautiful little low houses, and very picturesque, very, very visually exciting, very, very visually pleasing. Now, the reason I've been doing this video today, more than anything else, was I've had a few emails from people, and one was very searching in particular, and I thought it deserved being answered. And it was quite a scathing email in the tone of it, but what they're asking was reasonable, and that is, I used to be a professional photographer. How come you don't see any of the photographs I used to take professionally on this channel? That was the gist of the message, and it's very, very simple as to why not. The vast majority of the photographs I took were either portrait type photographs, high volume school type photographs, or commercial properties or commercial objects. And the problem is with most of those, although I own the copyright, I don't own the publishing rights necessarily. The commercial ones, there is a commercial contract in place for most of them, which means that a lot of those I don't even own the copyright on, because I signed the copyright over as part of the contract to get the job. So if I was to publish those on YouTube, I would be in breach of contract, which isn't really a good idea. The other thing is that when it comes to photographs, especially school portraits, there's a duty of care insofar as who I'm taking photographs of. And again, on those I do actually own the copyright of them, but it would be morally and well, possibly would even leave me open to legal challenge, but certainly morally it would be wrong for me to be publishing those photographs online. They were taken for a specific reason. They were taken for parents to be sold through schools or cadet forces or whatever. And although I did what I consider to be some fantastic photographs in those, it does leave me a bit of a dilemma that I've got tens of thousands of those photographs and I can't really use any in these circumstances. And that's fair enough. I don't get back into the situation now, since I've given up that business of being able to take those photographs anymore. So I hope that explains as to why. But let's have a little look around. I'm going to stop the video here and we're going to have a little look around the place and see what we can see. So let's just have a look and see what we can see. We can see the river here. This is the River Fleet, and we're looking south at the moment. Let's pull off towards the west and we're looking towards the outside the town. Now the other thing that I'm doing today is actually, it's quite windy here, and one of the problems I've had up to now with using this gimbal has been trying to get sound into my iPhone. iPhones are notorious because they have their lightning connectors, which basically restricts what you can do to them unbelievably. If I'd had an Android phone, I could have just plugged my microphone straight into it. So I've had to use a bit of an adapter on this one. So I'm trying to with my lavalier mic and try to see if we can make things improve somewhat. So hopefully the sound's going to be a bit better. It is quite a windy day, which is great because it will test it a little bit. But hopefully the sound quality will be better than the last couple of videos on this one. Now, one of the things I really do love about this place is this old church. It's now a community project. It's got a cafe and things in it. It's fabulous. Let's have a little look at it. and right on the river itself. Absolutely gorgeous building, and it's one of those places which again you just look at and you just think that's pretty, that really is nice, but it's doing a cracking little job in the town. Even though it's closed, there's a church, the Crafty Crow it's now called. Now this is also leads on to the old mill. There's a mill on the Fleet, and the mill on the Fleet is wonderful. There's an old water mill down there. Let's take a trip across the road and see if we can see it. We'll have a little wander down. And again, a little cafe down there. If you get the chance to come up to southwest Scotland, this really is a gorgeous place to come to. There's a whole load of places to stay up here. Electric charging points by the dozen if you've got electric cars, and it's just a gorgeous little town to come to. I'm not going to take you all the way down the mill. You'll have to come and explore the place yourself and see what you think of it. But as you can see, the whole thing's just a pretty little town. Very, very friendly. I find the people here to be fantastic whenever I've been here. Lots of cycle routes. If I just pull around, you will see that there's a lot of cycle routes around here. So if you're a cyclist, it's really, really good. It's just a little haven along the A75 coming back from Dumfries. Hello there. It's a little haven coming along the A75 from Dumfries going out towards Stranraer, and as I say, it's one of those sort of places you stop at and you just enjoy it. You just take in the atmosphere. So that's enough of my waffle as the mobile home comes up. Hopefully that's explained the question as to why I don't publish a lot of my previous photographs online. It's just purely for the fact I don't think ethically I can do that. And sorry about the cough. And certainly not from a contractual point of view on the corporate stuff, which is a shame, because some of the corporate photographs I took were absolutely fantastic. Even if I say it myself, I used to enjoy doing a lot of them because there was a lot of challenges in there, photographing unusual objects or unusual places. And a lot of them you've probably seen if you looked at certain websites. I did quite successful. I was quite successful getting a lot of them onto websites and into brochures. I did a couple of hotels and things like that, which were really interesting because they got spread fairly far and wide. I don't know how many of you are corporate photographers out there and have your work published in some way, shape or form. But I always find it quite strange when I'm looking through a magazine and suddenly think, hang on, I shot that. Or you're flicking through websites, you're going through website links and you suddenly come across a website and you think, I recognise that name, and you look on it and there's a photograph that you took of their site. So hopefully that's given you a little bit of introduction to Gatehouse of Fleet, bit of an explanation as to why I don't publish too many of my photographs, and I shall see you in the next video. Till the next time, this is Brian James, a Micro Four Thirds guy, saying don't forget to subscribe with a little link below. It's free. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up to like this, and don't forget to take your camera out, keep on enjoying your photography and have fun. See ya.